if the signal and the screen and technology allows me to, I'll try to finish up my minimum cardio for the day on this walk. But if not, then we won't. We'll have to do some more inside here in a bit. But on my work, made a really good pace today. Got my vlog done. Actually made a couple of informative videos, some reels, been posting on stuff. Clients are all in a good spot. Nobody needs catching up. So everybody's good. So I'm hoping I can just flow with some content and social media stuff. Also, guys, follow me on all my other stuff. Follow my Facebook and other stuff, my Instagram. Don't just be YouTube. Because like I said, we may reach a point with these two where I have to do all of them on Facebook when they kick my stuff over there the way I want it. So there might not be any YouTube other than my normal videos here. So, be ready to follow me there. If you guys want to continue to see the lives. But I'm hoping we keep a good connection here. We did 2 hours and 20 minutes total fasted this morning. I've had breakfast now. I've had over half my calories for the day now. Mainly because I make 2 big meals and then I have just protein in between, So all my carbs kind of go into 2 main meals right now, just for now with what I'm doing this week. It's just convenient for me. It's convenient for me to make it work that way. So I'm hoping this light stays right about like it is. It's not super bright. So I'm hoping it stays that way. I'm hoping we keep this signal that we're keeping. We get a good stream. The last stream was really good, actually. We got, like 400 views, not a lot, 400. And we got $21 in super chats. So that's always helpful. Like to see that. Again, it's a good way to keep me kind of staying here to some extent on YouTube instead of other platforms. When I get streams like that helps a lot, guys, because I can justify it a little bit more. Because even with the Facebook, it still boosts my potential algorithm there, even if I don't have the ads at the moment on the lives, which I'll eventually get it. Eating some grilled chicken and rice today, post cardio. There you go. I mean, that's kind of my everyday right now, Alex. I'll put up pictures, obviously, later on social media. So I had chicken, brown rice, sweet potato, broccoli. That was my breakfast, right? We'll have the same thing for dinner. In between, I had Greek yogurt with just a little bit of protein mixed in, But that works. Is avocado chicken salad okay? Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't it be? It's the only issue with avocados is if you're trying to, sorry guys, there's a plane overhead. If you're trying to do ultra low fat for whatever reason, avocados are a problem. They're healthy fat. Like as long as you have room for fat in your diet, perfectly fine. It's one of the better ones you could eat, right? Now, as far as the rest of it goes, you say a salad, right? Depends on what you put on it. The problem is not that the idea of a salad's wrong, it's that people pour crap all over their salad. I usually say unless you literally need the calories, don't use a calorie dressing. Like mustard, salsa, all that works great. Alex, well, you need to just lose fat then, you mean. So calorie deficit. But I mean, chicken, rice, lifting, cardio, that's a good way to create one, right? You guys keep posting, let me know, because it's dropping down to the 1 bar. It may cut this stream. Now it's going back to 2. If it cuts this stream, I need you guys to let me know. Just had steak, lentils, and broccoli. Okay, cool. Yeah, avocados are ultra high nutrition. As long as you have room for the fat in your diet, avocados are a phenomenal food source, right? I just mashed up avocados and shredded chicken with vegetables. Now, I think that's reasonable. So that sounds like, again, kind of a lower carb meal. If you're going that approach, I think that works well. So if someone wants to actually do a true low carb diet healthy, stuff like avocados as staple fats actually makes sense. And that's the problem with keto zealots is they literally ignore the research on their own diet, right? Hey, Matthias, what's up, dude? Get those likes up, by the way, guys. All the studies that look at keto, who has better blood work and health markers? People who do saturated fat or people who do healthy fats on a keto diet in the studies. Every time. The healthy fat group. And this is where even the anti-seed oil people have a problem. Seed oils, even though I don't advocate them, are still healthier than saturated fat, even in keto studies. Literally pouring canola oil on their food still produced better health markers than eating the saturated fat for the same calories, even on keto studies. So that's the problem with it, with a lot of that. The only problem with seed oils are just they're empty fat calories. But in terms of even on ketogenic diets, people are like, well, it doesn't matter on keto. Well, it does. And even the keto research shows that. So just interesting point. Same thing when they do the same thing for people who do keto for medical reasons, like epilepsy. It actually has a better effect. So back over to that point, sure, if you're going to do a lower carb approach, I think that's fine, dude. Mixing avocados with your meat and vegetables works great. You know, like you can't knock that approach. It's absolutely viable. I just prefer extra virgin, olive Mediterranean diet. It's a good track record of success, right? Like Mediterranean style diet does really well in health studies. I just always point out, just be careful of oils in general when trying to lose body fat, just because of, again, the calorie end. That's the real concern, you know. But if you're not struggling with your calorie intake, by all means, perfectly healthy. If we have a rotator cuff strain, too vague. Not tear, can we carry on the rest of our push movements? What makes you automatically think rotator and push movements? You have 4 different rotator cuffs. They're completely different muscles. They all have a different function in the shoulder. 2 of them are on the front, 2 of them are on the back. How do you know it's a rotator cuff strain? That's extremely rare. So how did you make that diagnosis? Like, did you do an actual set of tests, physical therapy tests in the middle of your workout to determine it was one of your 4 rotator cuffs? Guys use that term way too loosely. I've had clients who do, I strained a rotator cuff. Then I'm assessing, no, you have front delt DOMs. Your anterior delt has DOMs from benching. It's like usual. Hurts when pressing doesn't mean it's a rotator cuff. You need to go do an assessment. Go look up how to assess different rotator cuff muscles with your movement and see what's strained. You could literally just have strained your anterior delt. You're stacking your wrists and everything, right? But no, if you have something that's hurting when pressing, you're probably done with the workout, dude. Like if you've strained your front delt, for example, you're done. Like, what are you going to do the rest of that workout? You just stay away from all the pressing. You know, you might be able to do triceps or something. But you have to look at it that way. But yes, guys are really have a bad habit of jumping up with rotator cuff. And then they pull the same thing. I need to strengthen my rotator. Well, I can give you some great rotator strengthening exercises. The bench press and the barbell row work really good for strengthening rotator cuffs. Pull-ups can too, so can dips. See where we're going with this? There's small muscles that are part of these movement patterns. They get stronger from doing these exercises too. Most people don't need to specifically target them. You know, but in most injuries of the rotator cuff are not from doing stuff like that. They're impingements. Rabid chihuahuas. I might get bit, actually. Chihuahuas are known for biting. Back up. Out here off leash. So, walking down the sidewalk. Current weight 217. Go over across the street. These chihuahuas aren't happy. There's a pack of them just out on the loose. So, but that worked. Told the one to back up. He backed off. We're good. He jumped backwards. He's like, he looked at me. Maybe I've been lifting with bad form. Could be. Yeah, current weight 217. So again, look at your bench press technique. Look at your form. Like if you're straining a front delt or something, or getting that torque on your shoulder, you need to start looking at your movement pattern, your wrist stacking, maybe overuse, you know, because we shouldn't necessarily have shoulder pain like that just because we're bench pressing. And rotator cuff strains on the bench is definitely, if that happened, it's definitely some form issues, or you've got some limitations in something you're doing with your setup of your shoulder that's pinching it. Because that's usually you're looking at impingements, which is it rubbing against a muscle or getting pinched between two muscles. Like one of them getting pinched between the subacromial process. Like, so it's not the lifting heavy per se, it is pinching it between two bones, which can eventually cut it, right? So you're thinking of a tear like that. Well, that tear is because you cut the muscle and then it tears. What are you talking about, dude? Hey, coach, are you still shadow boxing? So the word still implies that I started. I don't know how to shadow box. I've never shadow boxed. So in that context, I would say, I don't know how to shadow box. So the answer is obviously no. Right. Well, the screen is getting a little dark in this area. Let me get over, see if we can and keep talking to you lovely people today. Right? Yeah, sorry, I don't know anything about shadow boxing. I've never taken a boxing class. I've never trained boxing personally. So I don't know anything about shadow boxing. Coach, I dropped a 60-pound dumbbell on my foot and broke my foot. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm going to advise that you go to a doctor. Would be my professional recommendation. So you dropped a dumbbell on your foot, you broke your foot. All right, so go to, why are you dropping dumbbells on your feet? Why are you dropping dumbbells at all? I'm going to go out on a limb and say the guys who drop dumbbells in the gym, which is basically a sign of stupidity, including even when Ronnie Coleman did it. Sorry, I can like Ronnie Coleman. It's a mark of stupidity. You're dropping dumbbells and one breaks your foot. That's a valuable lesson learned as to why you shouldn't drop dumbbells. All right. I missed the rack. Well, you got to be more careful, man. Just asking because I saw the boxing bag. Oh, I don't shadow box. No. All right. So, all right. What else we have going on, guys? I have a feeling this is going to disconnect. So I'm going to head back to the house. The reason is the phone's getting warm. I was hoping it seemed overcast and I had a good connection that we could get away with this. So we're just getting a quick one of these in. Looks like I'll have to head back to the house, unfortunately. And we may have to just finish up on the bike. Because I can see y'all's questions, but the screen has gotten really dark. So that's going to unfortunately make this difficult to do. But we got a quick one of these in. Wasn't as productive